Hey guys, I got my first magic pack. It is a starter commander deck called the Chaos Incarnate. Let's get it. That is not opening nicely. Alright. This is alright, it's open. Let's see. Was it supposed to open from the bottom? That's why it's supposed to open from the bottom. I did not know that. Now I do. Alright, I got thing in here. Looks like it's a little paper deck holder. It says Magic the Gathering on it and shows what type of deck it is. There's some of my counters. And here's the deck itself. Alright, it starts out with the legendary creature, which on the front of the commander deck, the Carter Doomscourge. If I can open it, wow, this is really tight. How do I get this open? Found it. Alright. Yeah, with Carter Doomscourge. When Carter Doomscourge enters the battlefield until your next turn, creatures your opponent control attack each combat if able and attack a player other than if you were able. Whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Archfiend of Depravity, a demon creature. Flying, at the beginning of each opponent's end step, the player chooses up to 2 creatures they control and sacrifice the rest. Bloodgift Demon, it's a demon creature. Flying, at the beginning of your upkeep, target players draw a card and lose 1 life. Deadly Tempest, sorcery, destroy all creatures. For each player loses life equal to the number of creatures they controlled that were destroyed this way. Dredge the Mire, sorcery, each opponent chooses a creature card in their graveyard. Put those cards into your battlefield under your control. Ob Nixilis Reignited, a legendary planeswalker. Nixilis. +1, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. -3, destroy target creature. -8, target opponent gets an emblem with. Whenever a player draws a card, you lose 2 life. Profane Command, a sorcery. You choose 2 of these options. Target player loses X life. Return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Target creature gets -X until the end of turn. Up to X target creatures gain fear until the end of turn. Can't be blocked by artifact creatures or by black creatures. Rakasha Debaser is a cat demon creature. When Rakshasha Debaser attacks, each target creature card from defending player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Encore for 6 energy and 2 swamp energy. Exile this card from your graveyard. For each opponent, create a token. Every copy that attack. Create a token. That opponent this turn, if able. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next step. Activate only as a sorcery. Reign of the Pit. Sorcery. Each player sacrifices a creature. Create an XX black demon creature token with flying, where X is the total power of the creatures sacrificed this way. Sangromancer is a vampire shaman creature flying. Whenever a creature an opponent controlled dies, you may gain 3 life. Whenever opponent discards a card, you may gain 3 life. Scythe Spectre. Creature Spectre flying. Whenever Scythe Spectre deals combat damage to a player, each opponent discards a card. Each player who discards a card, we got Sceptical Primordial. It's a creature avatar. Has Intimidate. It's a 5/4. Soul Shatter. It's an instant. It sacrifices a creature or planeswalker with the highest mana value among creature players or planeswalkers they control. Titan Hunter. It's a creature human warrior. At the beginning of each player's end turn step, if no creatures died this turn, Titan Hunter deals 4 damage to that player. It's a 4/5. Blasphemous Act. Sorcery. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. The Blasphemous Act deals 13 damage to each creature. Brash Taunter. It's a creature goblin. It's indestructible, and it is a 1/1. Chaos Warp instant. Owner of target permanently shuffles into their library what reveals the top card of their library. Combustible Gearhulk. It's a artifact creature construct. First strike is 6/6. Dictate the Twin Gods enchantment. It's flash. If a source would deal damage to a permanent player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. You choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. For Fiery Confluence. Deals 1 damage or deals 2 damage to each creature, each opponent, or destroy target artifact. Geode Rager. Creature elemental, first strike. It's a 4/3. Kazul Tyrant of the Cliffs. It's a legendary ogre warrior, a 5/4. Magnetic Force. It's a magmatic force. Creature elemental at the beginning of each upkeep. Magnetic Force creature deals 3 damage. It is a 7/7. Sunbird's Invocation. Enchantment. When you cast a spell from your hand, reveal the top X cards from your library, where X is the spell mana's mana. Put the rest on the bottom of the library in a random order. Tectonic Giant. Creature elemental. It is a 3/4. Wild Ricochet. It's an instant where you can choose new targets to copy, and it copies that spell. Wildfire Devils. Choose a player at random to attack. Exiles an instant or sorcery card from their graveyard. Copy that card. You can cast it. It is 4/2. Kavrik the Merciless. Legendary creature, human shaman. Whenever someone casts a spell, Kavrik the Merciless deals damage equal to the spell's mana value to any target. It is a 5/4. Spiteful Visions. At the beginning of each player's draw step.
Upstairs neighbors are being noisy. Upstairs neighbors are being noisy. Not much I can do.
Yeah. Stormfist Crusader, Human Knight. It's a menace at the beginning of each cupcake upkeep. Each player draws a card and loses 1 life. 2/2. I'm just gonna do this instead, and I'm just gonna cut all the audio off of it and try